evening, everyone. Welcome to Officer 24/7. My name is Niharika Valia Bhatnagar, and I am with you with the area of accounting and financial management for bankers. I hope I'm audible as well as clearly visible. Accounting and financial management for bankers. Okay, everyone, let's continue further. This is our crash course AFM Macmillan questions going on. I hope I'm clearly audible as well as visible. Chali, let's move on. Acha everyone, if you find these kind of this classes beneficial for you, then don't forget to like the particular session. Along with this, if this is beneficial, then subscribe to our channel right away. Acha everyone, one more point. I'm coming tomorrow. Sorry, day after tomorrow at 3 p.m. I'll be coming up for the particular area of our I'll be coming for the specific area of our mini marathon, one shot mini marathon for module C. Along with this, I'm also coming up with the readiness test. I think you must have seen the readiness test has started. Our mock test is out, everyone. We call it the readiness test. AFM readiness test is here. It would be, it has already started probably right now, and all you need to do is register yourself right away, enroll, and you can attempt, right? So attempt now would be available by the end of the session. I'll show you the registration part of the same as well. If you haven't considered of going for the mock test yet, then you should, because it is very, very important that you are considering yourself in terms of working over the period of time. You need to know the examination is approaching. What is your approach towards your studies? That has to be very clear, isn't it? So based upon this, here comes the first question. What do sources of funds represent in fund flow statement? This is all fund flow area that we are talking about. In the last session, I had finished the area of cash flow, and currently I'm dealing with fund flow. Okay. Is this important? Yeah, I believe so, because cash flow and fund flow are basically the financial statement analysis. How does the organizations work in the area of cash flow and fund flow is to be considered in this specific area altogether. What's the answer, everyone? Decrease in assets, increase in liabilities, increase in equity and reserves, decrease in non-current assets. What's going to be the answer? Cash flow and fund flow. The difference between the two is cash flow is related to the area of getting money and losing money. It is all about money. When we talk about fund flow is basically the movement of funds altogether. Funds are different, है ना? Funds refers to the money that we are receiving or losing, है ना? Now, what's going to be the answer according to this? Funds is moving on towards a bigger area. Sources of funds. Sources of funds matlab I'm getting money. ठीक है ना? The funds can be taken from anywhere. It doesn't matter if it is my money or anybody else's money. There is increase in the equity and reserves. Sources of funds means the funds that we are developing for our business, which can be internal and it can be external as well. There is no point of us just saying that it is only internal. No, it can be external as well. ठीक है ना? Done? Everyone, how are the applications? How are the application of funds typically associated in the fund flow? Application of funds matlab we are putting our funds into something. Na? When we are putting our funds into something, what will we call it? Increase in assets or decrease in liabilities? Decrease in assets or increase in liabilities? Increase in assets and increase in liabilities, as well as decrease in assets and decrease in liabilities. Acha, application of funds means what? In fund flow, there are 2 points. Sir. Under fund flow, we have 2 points, two important points are there. One is how we get the funds, that is called sources. And where we apply the funds, that is called application. One part is sources, one part is application. Now in this case, what is it that we are actually doing? Nothing much. We are actually just looking at the entire question from the point of view of we are getting the sources and we are applying it as well. So in this case, can we say that this is basically increase in assets and decrease in liabilities? Application means you are putting the money. You are putting the money to use. Or you can say here it is funds. The broader term is funds, na? Funds to use. That's the answer. Next question. Just a moment. When we talk about fund flow, now fund flow is having a bigger point of view from that of cash flow. Cash flow is totally limited to increase or decrease of cash or movement of the cash altogether. But this guy, when we talk about fund flow, no doubt fund flow is not actually practically used that much because of the fact that people are obsessed about cash. How's the cash going on? What is the position of the cash? Do we have enough liquidity to pay off? All those questions comes up. That's why now, even if we want to, the cash flow has more importance than fund flow because of the limited use of fund flow. But this also plays a very important role in the analysis area. So when we talk about the fund flow statement, what is the purpose of classifying sources and uses of funds? Again, I'm sorry, to confuse the readers, to provide a clear understanding of fund utilization, to complicate the statement or hide the financial information. Easier question. I would say the answer is to provide clearer understanding. Where are we getting the money from? Where are we putting the money to? All those things are required to be known to us. Na? Ki where is the money coming from? What are we doing with the money? That part has to be known. Otherwise, we will face a lot of problems. Where is the money? How do we use it? What is the particular area in which we are working upon? You know, that particular thing has to be known to us, isn't it? Next question. What would be the considered a long-term use of funds in fund flow statement? Increase in current assets, decrease in equity, increase in short-term borrowings, or decrease in long-term borrowings? What's going to be the answer, everyone? What would be considered as long-term use of funds in a fund flow statement? Long-term use of funds, but that we talk about the money which is used for not short-term but a longer term or a longer period. So this is basically when you are considered long-term use of funds. Use of funds matlab you are buying some assets, right? So when you're getting some assets, this can be called the area of decrease in equity. We had given the money back to the people who invested in the organization are to be considered in this area. Okay? Either we'll be buying an asset or something, or we will be just reducing this amount. Done? Okay. Here comes the next question. What is the primary purpose of preparing fund flow? To determine the profitability, to analyze the liquidity, to assess the changes in the financial position, or to calculate the tax liability. Everyone, the primary purpose of preparing the fund flow. Primary purpose is to assess the changes in the financial position. Where got where from, that part is also called this only. Then the other part of the sources and application of funds is also part of it. Then the next point that can be here is how do we apply these funds into the organization is also to be considered, right? When preparing the funds flow statement, what aspect related to the fixed assets should be taken into account, everyone? Original cost or accumulated depreciation or market value of the fixed assets, or the last one, purchase date of the fixed assets. What's going to be the answer? When we talk about the amount, what aspect of fixed assets should be taken? When we talk about the fixed assets, that is to be taken is accumulated depreciation. This has to be adjusted in the area of reserves because this is a non-cash area. You're not losing funds at all for this. Non-cash and not, even not moving of funds at all. If I'm having a depreciation, this is not going to affect my business at all. Does it? No, it doesn't. है ना? Done ना? चलिए, next question. Because see, if I'm using my calculator, for example, in our case, calculator is a very small thing, so I think let's take a phone. If I'm using my phone every single day, the value of my phone is declining, or the value of it I'm not giving to anybody. I'm not telling anybody that pata hai, the value of my phone is declining. No, I'm not giving that phone to anyone, so that is to be considered in this area. Then comes the next point. How should the depreciation charge on the fixed assets be treated in the fund flow statement? When we talk about the fixed assets, how do we look at depreciation, everyone? Long-term sources of funds, the short-term, or ignored or treated as short-term? Everyone, depreciation. Depreciation, I told you it is in the area of adjustments. In this area, treated as a long-term use of funds. When we are using the area of fund flow and talking about depreciation, it is for long period because the goods are used for a longer period. That is why we have depreciation. If the company sells fixed assets during the year, how should it be reflected? Everyone, you are selling fixed assets. What's happening in this case? Are you getting cash or losing cash? If I am selling an asset, I'm getting cash and I'm losing a fixed asset, isn't it? That's the case now. If I'm losing an asset, then what will happen? By losing the asset, I am gaining cash, which is short term, and I'm losing something which is long term. So what's going to be the answer according to this? Everyone? When we talk about this area, shown as a long-term source, shown as a long-term use of funds, short-term source, or short-term use of funds. What's going to be the answer? When we talk about the specific area of selling the fixed assets, fixed assets means you are giving away your fixed asset. We are getting cash and you are losing a machine. This is a fund flow. When we have inflow of cash and losing of machine, it will be treated as a long-term source of funds because I gave away a long-term source. I gave away my machinery, Done. Okay. When comparing two successive balance sheet, two successive balance sheet can be this year and the previous year, what change in the net worth or should be considered? Change in total assets, total liabilities, dividend payments or capital withdrawals, or change in current assets. What's going to be the answer? When comparing the figures of two successive balance sheets, back to back, if two are considered, then we're looking at dividend payments or dividend withdrawals. Okay? Because or capital withdrawals. Dividend payment is basically a part of the profit which is paid to them. है ना? Acha everyone, before I proceed further, let me just show you where to go. The registration for our JIIB is going on. I think right now, even the examination is also available. I had shown you the registration just yesterday, so I'll be just showing you where to go. If you haven't got that particular mock test yet, then please go ahead. Before I proceed further with the class, I'm going to show you. If you haven't registered for that particular area yet, then please go ahead. This is acha. Look at this, everyone. This is our website. Okay, I have logged in into this area. This is all the tests which are currently going on. NIACL, all these extra different verticals have been going through the test now. These are all available. Look at this. This is our area. All India mock JAIIB AFM Readiness Test, 29th March. It is open till 31st of March. So please go ahead and give this particular test. There are 100 questions and you are getting 120 minutes for the same. Now, for that particular area, all you need to do is click on the area of attempt now and you can start with the examination right away. Okay, so please go ahead. If you have not registered, then you will have to just check it out. At that point of time, it is currently available, and once this particular test would be over, you will be also be able to review your result. The ones which are already done, view result is there now. So this is available. So what you need to do is go on to the area of Adda 24/7, the main page only. See, on the main page only, you will find this details. All India mock. All India, these are different mocks that are going on currently, right? Most of them have registration. Matlab, if you haven't started it yet, the test would be starting soon. That is way we can give you registration. But in this area, our examination is currently going on. You can attempt it right now. It has started from the 6 p.m. timing onwards from 29th to this is available till the area of I think this is available till the area of 11:55 on 31st of March. So you have 2 days to attempt it, but straight 2 hours. Make sure that you are not leaving the test in between, right? So the result will be declared on 3rd or 3 p.m. on 1st of April. Done, everyone? This is important. So if you're planning for it, then hurry up and register yourself. Rather, now go ahead and attempt, right? So, but for that, you have to log in with your own ID, right? For this, at this point of time, I have logged in with my ID. So you can, you should do it with your ID as well. So go ahead and check it out right away, everyone. Acha, along with this, if you haven't taken up our courses yet, then you should go ahead with JAIIB Mahapack 2.0. Why am I saying this? Because when we talk about the JAIIB Mahapack 2.0, let me show you from here only. JAIIB CIB Mahapack. Mahapack 2.0, there's nothing better than the Mahapack 2.0. Why? Bilingual English medium, both batches available. Then PDF of each class you will find there. Then test series available, online live classes plus the recorded sessions all available. Then individual tests available, individual chapter wise books available. Whatever you're looking forward in your examination, everything would be visible to you, right? Just a moment. Everything would be visible to you in this specific area altogether. So there won't be any issue in terms of taking up the courses. If you're planning it, then just click on the area of buy now and use the code Y541. You just have to click on the area of buy now, use the code Y541 and you will be able to get it at 81% discount. Mahapack is available at 5600. 56.99. That means you will be getting it at 5700. I think the lowest price I'd seen in this particular day, definitely. So if you're planning, then hurry up. The perfect time is here. You should not be delaying it at all. So check it out on our website, on our app for further details right away. Use the code Y541 and go ahead and register yourself. Actually, start attempting the readiness